Hey, my name is Emily Oliver, and I have had a lot of people ask me if I would go ahead and upload some videos about how to do simple makeup, and I decided that I should do it! So here I am! I'm actually going to just get right into it. I'm already moisturized, I've already gone ahead and taken care of eye cream and face stuff, and I feel like it's just time to get some makeup on my face. YSL, and this is the Le Teint Touche Éclat. This is like a relatively new foundation for them, and I really like the way it looks. The other one I'm going to use is my favorite of all time, Giorgio Armani Beauty Luminous Silk. It rocks. And I like to use the Giorgio Armani blender brush. So I'm going to do 2 pumps of Luminous Silk 5.5. I'm going to do 1 pump of the YSL Touche Éclat, and when I apply foundation, I apply it first from the cheeks out. Most of it is going to be right in through here. Since I have pretty dark circles, I like to see how much I can cover with foundation. Yay, foundation! I am going to go ahead and work on the eye area. Usually if I'm doing a client, I'll do their eyes first and then do foundation last, but I was feeling like I wanted to have the security blanket of foundation. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill type thing. It's actually, oops, phone call! We talked about using the Eyes to Kill shadow, and for all of you at home who don't have access to a lot of brushes, stuff is great because you can actually just use your finger. So I just get a little bit on my middle finger and I gently coax it onto the lid. Put most of it on this lower part of the top lid right there, and then I'll use whatever's left kind of up there because you don't want it to be like super shiny all the way. I'm actually going to use a contour color, and this one is a MAC one, and the color's Cork. It's one of my favorite colors. I am going to use a brush with this brush. It's better to use a fluffy brush, but I used it on the job, so it's dirty, so I am going to use this one. I have a really deep eye area, so what I do is I paint right into that crease. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply blend it. What I usually do when I'm done is I take tissue or something and I pull it at an exaggerated angle so I can get a really clean line coming up. That's what can give that magazine lip. Usually I like to do one more accent color, but I'm going to keep it simple today. So that's going to be basically our shadow. That's my biggest thing, are having eyebrows. As you can see, it doesn't look like they exist. I'm just going to go ahead and comb them out. I'm using a Giorgio Armani eyebrow pencil, number 3. And I like to exaggerate the point and tip. You can see that that really does make a huge difference. Non-existent blonde eyebrow. If you're having trouble with a clean line, basically what I do is I just kind of pull it up a little bit. Don't pull it up too much because you'll give yourself wrinkles. And I am going to simply draw it. And then again, it's going to be a comb up. So that way I can get more of that Hollywood brow. I'll usually soften it with my fingers, or remember our blender brush from earlier. Take out whatever's excess into your hand, and then just gently wisp it over your work, so that way it stays nice and natural. Unless you're really going for that brow look, and that's fine. I'm actually going to use a white pencil. This is MAC, and it is fascinating. It's eye kohl, and I'm going to put this in what's called the waterline. You only need like 1 swipe at it, but from a distance you can really see how that opens up my eye. The last thing I'm going to do is a black eyeliner. This is a Dior waterproof pencil in Trinidad. If you don't have sensitive eyes, I highly recommend NYC or Sonia Kashuk from Target. Those are great brands. So whenever I do eyeliner, what I do is I make a line on my eye, which would be called eyeliner, and I like to figure out where I want to go with it. So today I'm going to do kind of a dramatic look. So as you can see, I've done a rough run at that. It's not totally clean or anything. What we're going to do is we're going to go back in and make it cleaner. So when I make it more clean, all I'm doing is connecting the dots and go a little bit into the lashes and make sure that there's no pink skin between that and the other. And then I just wing it up and out, and I'll even take my finger right below it. And then that usually happens, which I want, so that way I can take my foundation brush again and just gently buff it out until I get the desired look. So that's a simple way to do kind of like a dramatic cat eyeliner, as you can see right there. It's all about the illusion of the shape, really. We all have different eye shapes. My left eye is actually lower than my right eye, so what I have to do is pull the line down a little bit for the right eye, so that way it's actually even with the left, like that. I do not recommend pulling your eyes. That's just a way that I've learned to do it. So if you can do this without stretching your eye out, I highly recommend you go. So now my eyes are a lot more defined than earlier, obviously. And I am going to do some blushy, Armani number 10, taking a MAC brush. And when I put this on, I think of everything as like a Nike swoosh. So if you can see that, what I've done is pretty much a dramatized look of this blush. And now what I'm going to do is just fill that in. And then whatever you have left on your brush, I tend to bring it down just a little bit. So that way you don't just have like a streak of blush. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other side too. Now I just dust whatever's left onto my forehead and into the hairline and down the nose, upper lip, and chin. If you want to get super fancy, you can take something like this. This is just a Bare Minerals base color. It's called Gossamer. It's very pretty. It's like fairy dust. And what you can even do is dip your brush a little bit into that and hit your cheekbone. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a really pretty highlight. It's so fine, I don't have to be precise with it. And then I'll even take that down my nose, and I'll use my ring finger to put it right above my lip. I have a thinner upper lip compared to my bottom lip. So what this does is it just accentuates the curve. Oh, the other thing you can do with this, which is fun, is go ahead and grab like a highlighter or a concealer brush. Again, this time I am going to go ahead and put this right under the center of my iris. This is going to really open my eyes, and what it does is it creates almost like an exaggeration of color. So, yay! We have makeup! The other thing I want to do is mascara. So I like to try different mascara. Right now I am trying Great Lash, and this has a big blackest black brush. We all used to use Great Lash when we were little, and I was feeling nostalgic, so I wanted to kind of see how it's progressed. Whenever I do mascara, I coat the top of the lashes and then I go from below. So this is going to give you that really pretty kind of full look. I'm not wild about this mascara because I feel like it doesn't really showcase the lashes. I mean, you can definitely see them. I feel like it's just okay. So I'm going to do the other side. Oh, tip, don't do what I just did. When you pump your mascara, I'm pumping it so that way I can be done with it so I can buy a new mascara. You know, regular use, what you should do is you should dip it and then you should swirl it, okay? Last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to kiss the bottom lashes with the brush. So, see how I'm doing more of like a dabbing motion? That way I don't get too much, because if you get too much, it's going to look like a little bit crazy. So, this is just a really nice, easy summer look. I would finish it off with a lip gloss or something of the sort. My signature is a bright red, or sometimes I use like a fuchsia. Today, I don't know what I want to use, so give me a second and I'll be back with lipstick. I'm back! Yay! Okay, so I actually pulled a combination. Something really cheap, which is Maybelline Baby Lips. I saw this on TV. I had to have it, so I actually purchased, oh, I don't even know what number it is or name. It's just a really bright pink one. And I'm just gonna slide this on my lips. Kind of a fun pop of pink. And then to subdue it a little bit, I'm gonna use something a little more expensive, which is Dior Lip Maximizer, because I wish my lips were big, so I'm gonna put this on. This is a pretty look. And next thing to do would be do my hair and get a normal outfit on. But I just wanted to reach out and say thank you guys so much for supporting me with all my crazy things I do. From acting to singing to makeup. I feel like, oh, and also my drawing. I feel like a Renaissance woman with not enough time in life. So anyway, this is my attempt at reaching out. If there's anything that you'd like to see demonstrated, go ahead and just let me know. Send me a message and I will go ahead and do it for you. Yay! Okay, have a great day. Bye.